Hey folks, Maverick Watch Reviews back here with another review. I've actually got a really special review for you today. I'm super excited. Today we have the Seiko Prospex Marinemaster 50th anniversary 1,000 meter Emperor Tuna automatic diver, model number SBDX014. And first I want to thank the good folks over at Duty Free Island for this review unit. At Duty Free Island, you get duty-free, tax-free, and free worldwide shipping. Duty Free Island only sells 100% authentic watches, and they're simply just a great bunch of folks to deal with. Do yourself a favor, go over there and check out their site. Huge selection, free shipping. They're just a great bunch of folks to deal with. So, as usual, we'll open this thing up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, the build quality, and then I give you my impressions, which I'm pretty sure are going to be pretty awesome, of this 50th anniversary Emperor Tuna from Seiko. Now, this is by far the most expensive watch I've ever reviewed. I'm actually a little bit nervous to even touch the thing. It's just, I'm really excited. I can't thank Duty Free Island enough for sending me this review unit. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Now, I am a little surprised that this watch didn't come with a little bit more packaging, a little higher quality packaging. And maybe it does in some different countries, because different countries have different packaging for their watches. So maybe this is just the standard packaging for USA bound Marinemasters. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's not that big a deal, but you know, some of those upper end, like high beats and grand Seikos, and I would think maybe this watch would have come with a different level of packaging. You know, maybe like a really nice big black display box or something like that. But anyway, it is what it is. The watch inside is really all that matters. This is your typical kind of like Seiko patty packaging. As you can see, it's got the blue insert on the inside. It's no big deal again, but you know, it's really all about the watch. That's all that matters. Anyway, so you get your standard manual. You can see it has the 8L35 movement right there. And of course you get your Seiko warranty manual with the warranty card there in the back. So there we go with that. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. Oh, so beautiful. Oh man. My fingers are gonna need to have a cigarette after I review this watch. Anyway, like I said, here's your typical watch box. You got the black pillow in there, and who cares about the box, right? Let's talk about the watch. All right, now as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and put all the basic specs on the left-hand side of the screen, and then we'll go really in depth with this watch. Man, I love this thing already. All right, so you're looking at a 52.4 millimeter one-piece rose gold IP plated titanium case. Try to say that real fast. It's 17 millimeters thick. It's on a 22 millimeter silicone bracelet. It's got a rose gold IP plated titanium bezel. It has a ceramic shroud, this black ceramic shroud right here. It's 1,000 meters water resistant, which is 3,280 feet. It's got the 8L35 movement, which is really a detuned Grand Seiko caliber 9S55 movement inside. It's got a 50-hour power reserve. Of course, it's windable and hackable. It's got a sapphire crystal with an AR coating, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later as well. It has a date function over there at 4:30. Of course, it has LumiBrite all over the indexes and hands. It has a signed screw-down crown over here at 4 o'clock, and of course, it is made in Japan. So there you go. Gosh, where do I start with this thing? It's first of all, it's huge. This is the it is a, and you can see the AR coating right there. You see it has kind of a green tint to it. Anyway, it's a huge watch, and this is really meant for the serious professional diver. It's really big. Is it too big? It might be for a lot of people. I have to admit, this is a lot of wrist candy. It's a big watch. Anyway, even though, like I said, even though it's titanium, it's really substantial and heavy, which I didn't think it was going to be quite this heavy, being in this, that the case and the bezel and everything are titanium. The shroud is not, of course, it's ceramic. But again, you know, I can't stress this enough. This thing it's a heavy watch, man. And imagine if this watch was to come with a stainless steel bracelet. I mean, it would like, you know, it would like be wearing a toaster on your wrist or something. I mean, that would be really heavy. So I see now why they don't include any sort of stainless steel band, because it would just be incredibly heavy with a stainless steel band. It's very legible. The face is kind of a matte black. It does have quite a bit of writing underneath, actually over the 6 o'clock index. I mean, it's telling you everything that it's about. So, but it's not, you know, it's not real bold. The only thing you see really bold is the Seiko logo. In that writing underneath, or actually over the 6 o'clock index, kind of matches the rose gold IP coated bezel here. As you can see, there are a lot of different touches. You have the screws here with the same rose gold, the signed crown, and the buckle, which is really cool. Really nice little touch there. So the really cool thing about this, or one of many different really cool things about this, is that it has a sealed case. So you can't open this case up. It's actually sealed, as you can see right there. There's no case back to unscrew. So, and the reason they do that obviously is for water resistance, and you don't, if you notice, this doesn't have a helium escape valve like you would see right here, right around 10 o'clock on most watches. The gaskets, they use these L-shaped gaskets that eliminates the need for that helium escape valve. Really, really incredibly high-tech watch, incredibly well-made. Gosh, I know I'm gushing over this thing, but this is a really, really nice watch. Again, the case is sealed. It has a black coating on the bottom, and of course the upper part of the case is kind of that, has that rose gold IP coating on it. Even the bezel is titanium as well. So I mean, we're talking premium materials here with ceramics. Of course, the crystal is a sapphire crystal with that AR coating. We're talking premium materials all the way around on this watch. Seiko wasn't joking when they made this thing. They were very, very serious. The ceramic shroud is really well done. It doesn't have any sort of grip on it, but it really does protect the case of the watch. Just a really kind of smooth finish, kind of like a satin finish. Really, really nice ceramic shroud. If you notice, the crystal actually rests below the bezel. There's a slight indentation there, so that further is going to help protect that crystal as well. The silicone bracelet, just by touching it, this has got to be the most comfortable silicone bracelet I have ever seen or ever worn. It's very supple. It doesn't need any sort of break-in period like a lot of rubber bracelets would. It's extremely supple, but also very, very strong. Really, really nice bracelet. The screw down crown, this is probably the smoothest crown I have ever used on any watch I have ever reviewed. I mean, it is butter on Teflon. That's the easiest way to describe it. It is the smoothest crown that I can that I've screwed in or unscrewed, and obviously just the operation of changing the time and the date. I mean, it's just an incredibly, incredibly well-made crown. I love it. The water resistance of the watch, 1,000 meters, obviously is absolute overkill. Nobody's ever going to go that depth. It's a marketing thing, but it lets you know that this is a serious dive watch. If you're a saturation diver, this is the real deal. They're not joking when they're talking about the water resistance on this thing. And I think they actually strapped one of these on some sort of Japanese college's kind of like test submersible sub, and it went even deeper than 3,000 feet. It went like 4,500 feet or something. Like there's some college in Japan that has a sub they use for research, and they strapped this on the outer hull of that sub, and it went down to like 4,500 feet or something crazy like that. So this is the real deal saturation diver, absolutely. Again, you know, it's a big watch, but I think you can get away with it. One, because it's so comfortable. It's not super tall. 17 millimeters is not super tall, but it's definitely going to stand out. If you're a desk jockey and have cuffs, you might want to consider wearing a short sleeve shirt that day, because this is definitely going to interfere with your cuffs. So the case is big, but the height of the watch is not that bad. So it's not that, you know, not that big of a deal. You're definitely going to make a statement wearing this thing, that's for sure. I'm trying to think of what else I want to talk about on this thing. The Lumibrite is exceptional, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. Really, really well made, very visible, very legible dial. You know, no bells and whistles other than the fact that you have some of this IP rose gold coating on the crown and the bezel. It's just a little bit, it's just a nice touch, a little flashy, but not too flashy. Like I would never buy a gold watch, like a solid gold watch, like a, you know, a presidential or something like a Rolex. I don't think gold is the best metal to use in building a watch, period. But these accents, I'm not, you know, they're okay. This is not my personal style. I would probably get the all black version of this, simply because, you know, that's actual gold on there, and I don't want it to rub off or chip off or get cracked or anything like that. So I'd be worried about the actual gold on this thing being, you know, having scuff marks and stuff like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and try this thing on. And oh my God. Good Lord. The absolute most comfortable bracelet I have ever put on my wrist. If I can get it in there. There we go. All right. That took a little bit longer than expected. Anyway, there you go. So as you can see, I mean, this is a big watch, guys. Big, big, big watch. A lot of wrist presence. Extremely legible though, good looking. It's a big watch, no doubt. So there you go. Now let's do the all important loom test on this thing. I'm being very careful when I unbuckle this. I don't want this thing to slap on the desk. This makes me nervous even wearing this watch. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and kill the studio light. Let's go ahead and hit this with the old trusty faithful mag light. And the loom is so bright on this watch, it actually illuminates things around it, which is pretty neat. All right, look at that. Good God, that's crazy. Oh, God, I feel like a kid, man. Now watch this. It'll actually illuminate the surface of the desk. That's crazy. Wow. That's really nice. That is some intense loom right there. Wow. And while we're here, let me go ahead. The Bezel Action is 120 click. Really, really firm. Really smooth. Hard to move, and that's intentional. But it just has a great click action to it. Lines up perfectly, obviously, with the 12 o'clock pip. For a watch this expensive, I would expect it to be perfect. And it is. It really is. God, it's a great looking watch. And that loom is just killer, man. You can see how the crystal even reflects the indexes even more. That's really cool. Really, really nice watch. Good grief. Let's take a look at the crown real quick. So you can see the sign crown. It's a big crown too. It's a big one. It's a nice big crown, but God, it's just buttery smooth. Again, let's take a look at the case back, a sealed case back. You see on the back, Seiko Marinemaster. It gives you the serial number. Obviously made in Japan. Wow. I'm just in awe of this watch, guys. Really, really nice watch. Incredibly well made. Seiko ought to be really proud of themselves for producing such a fine quality timepiece. Good grief. All right, folks, I think that's really about it. I hate to even let the thing go. I hate to put it up. But that's about it for this review. I'm trying to think of anything else I might have forgotten. I think I covered pretty much everything. That's about it. Until the next review, if you like this video, please click on like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I really do appreciate each and every subscriber. And I love to bring you nice, neat watches like this whenever I can. Now, obviously, I can't do this all the time. But whenever I get something nice like this, I really like to take my time on the review and go over as much of it as I can. So anyway, until the next review, I will see y'all later. Take care. Bye-bye.